a suspect. Hanging with the killers in the projects. Tater on a barrel, keep quiet. Catch a nigga slipping from behind. OG Bobby Johnson. OG Bobby Johnson. OG Bobby Johnson. OG Bobby Johnson. Put nigga out like an outbreak. Chopper start to make the house shake.
Lord have mercy. I don't even know what to say after watching this episode. My head hurt. What's poppin', T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I am here with this week's All Tea All Shade, Chrisean and Blueface, Crazy in Love Season 1, Episode 2. I drop videos Monday through Sunday. Ooh, Lord. Everything that I say is for entertainment purposes only and not to be taken seriously, meaning my jokes. So if that works for you, then let's get into tonight's review. So the episode picks up exactly where it left off last week with Chrisean freaking out and stealing one of Zeus' cars. She gets in the car, it's people inside, she zooms off. Blue is like, now that's television, now that's good TV. He's just so excited about it because he know the ratings are going to be huge, which means his check is going to be fat. So Chrisean ends up coming back and telling Blue, we gotta go, it's time to go. He hop in the car, they zoom off again, and Lemuel, the CEO of Zeus, and the rest of the production is just like, what just happened? What just happened, Jesus? You all know that Lemuel has said in interviews that he comes from a religious background. And I'm just like, why don't you go back? Because it ain't enough money in the world to make me put up with these folks that he has working for him, because this job would give me an aneurysm. I don't know how they do it, Jesus. Like, oh no, my blood pressure would be sky high. So they steal the car and end up going bowling. How did bowling come up? Yeah, we just stole production car. Let's go bowling. So they go bowling. It's Chrisean, it's Blueface, and her friend slash stylist L. So at the bowling place, it's not really that many people in there. And Blue was like, they probably mad at you. And Chrisean talking about what I do? And he was like, for taking the car. She was like, I wasn't supposed to do that? No! What the fuck, girl? You just don't get a pass for stealing cars. Ain't that what you got in trouble for in the past? Like, you just, like, what? Nobody ever told you cannot steal? that is against the law? You would think as many times your butt had been arrested that you would know that. What? So Blue was like, no. So Chrisean was like, are you woke? I had to go. So since you had to go, that meant that it was okay for you to jump in production's car and steal it. Okay. Note taken. It is okay in Chrisean Rock's world to steal cars when she is ready to go. Okay. I learn something new every day. And you're never too old to learn something new. So Blueface, basically after that, they're having a conversation, and he was like, it was basically her family on some BS. They want to control everything, have everything be on their time or whatever. And he was like, it was probably your one sister, the one that looked like you. So I'm guessing it was the one with the orange hair. And so Chrisean at some point was like, she ready to go again. So when she ready to go, everybody got to go. It don't matter. When she ready to go, it's time to go. So Blue was like, so you over your family? I don't want to make this decision for you. Like, this is up to you. Like, you ready to go. So then Chrisean brings up her brother Mookie, and her accent was so thick and there was no subtitles that I could barely really make out what she was saying about her brother Mookie, but it was something to the effect of like him being like on some hater type time with Blue. But I couldn't understand it, y'all. But Blue was like, oh, shit, well, I'm really ready to meet him then. You know what I'm saying? So then we switched to Mookie in the Sprinter van with Lemuel riding over to the bowling alley. He's left the family and rode solo dolo to meet them. And in the car, he talking about these beats and stuff that he made or whatever, child. He trying to get on his rap time. So when they get to the bowling alley and they crossing the street, going inside, Mookie says to Lemuel, he was like, I know he gonna fuck with me on this rap shit, and I just started, you know what I'm saying? So he seemed like he geeked up to meet Blueface because he trying to get on with this rap time. So I'm like, oh, okay. you want to get in on some rap type stuff with the same guy that you're about to confront about hitting your sister. Oh Lord, make it make sense. Okay, so they get inside the bowling alley. On the way up in the elevator, Mookie is seen telling Lemuel like she will fight him against us. Like, that's how it is. And like, that's sad to hear somebody say that their own sibling would choose they mate who is very toxic and dysfunctional and abusive over their family and would literally fight with him against you all. Like, that was really heartbreaking to hear. So he gets inside, he sees his little sister, he gives her a big hug. Chrisean is a crybaby, so she immediately starts to cry and was like, why you do that? He was like, shut up or whatever. So Mookie then says to Blueface, like, he says to Chrisean, we with you. If there was any beef, we know you rocking with Blue. I already know what's up with you. Whoever you rocking with, we rocking with. Nigga, she crazy about you. So they do their little pleasantries, and Blue, like, she love you too. Like, she started tripping because of you. Like, she stole the car because she thought that you was on some different type of stuff. So Mookie and them go outside, and he wants to talk to Blueface one-on-one, man-to-man, about what's been going on between Blue and Chrisean. Chrisean, of course, don't want to discuss anything. She just ready to go back to the hotel, chop it up with her family. She ain't trying to deal with none of this, what's love got to do with a conversation. But Mookie was like, let me talk to him. Like, let me chop it up with him. So she kind of like walks away. So Mookie says to Blueface, I just want you to treat her better. And Blueface was like, we need to address what she do wrong too. What would you do if she stole your car? And Mookie was like, we ain't calling no police. That ain't how we get down. That ain't what we do or whatever. And Chrisean come back over. They laughing about the fact that they don't call the police. Like that shit is cute. Like it's cool or whatever. And Blue looking at them like, the ghetto? What? He was like, well, you must ain't got your priorities or something together because you still in my car. I'm calling the po-pos. So Blue was like, she took my car and my money because I was ignoring her. And Mookie was like, you did that? And he was like, you shocked that your sister would do something like that? Mookie was like, well, take a break from her. Walk away. Like, you ain't got to put your hands on her. And I agree with that very much. Like, you don't have to get physical or whatever. So Blue was like, put yourself in my shoes. And dude was like, I've been in your shoes. I'm just not on the internet like y'all. I'm trying to move away from all that. I done changed. So Blue was like, you ain't gonna report your shit stolen. And Mookie was like, no, we don't do that. So they laughing about it again. So Blue was like, so if your bitch swing on you, what you gonna do? And Mookie was like, he was like, exactly, you gonna fuck her up. What? Like, oh my God, the way that this generation thinks and putting this stuff out there in the world, and kids that watch these people and idolize these people, seeing, oh, Blueface hit girls, he like, you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's cute. That's why you have to have a stable household with parents that actually pour into you and raise you and teach you right from wrong, because it's a lot of kids that develop their personalities based off their friends, what they see on television, the music they listen to. Like this I was like, what, sir? Excuse you gonna fuck her up. How about you leave her alone? How about you stop messing with her, period? That don't mean you gotta hit her. If a woman is hitting, and I tell Kyrese this all the time, if a girl ever hits you, you walk the fuck away. Don't you dare hit her back. You walk the fuck away and you leave that hoe where she's standing. You better not ever look back. You better not ever look back. Ever, 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 ever. That don't mean you hit her ass back. What? Like, but look at how he was raised. So Mookie was like, I done came from that. I done done that before. I had to chop it up with my baby mama father about the stuff or whatever. I'm not putting that out there. I'm not glorifying that. And Blue was like, we just gonna chop it up as a miscommunication. No, we not. What's the miscommunication? That you don't agree with hidden females and I do? Like, what? So he like, where the rest of the family is so we can have this conversation with them. So they get in the Sprinter and they head back to the hotel. They get to the hotel, and as soon as the door opened, Chrisean is reunited with her mom. Chrisean is excited to see her mama. Her mama got on a nursing uniform, child. The mama say she a nurse. I don't bit more believe that this woman is a nurse. If anything, she worked for a daycare. She a home health aide, but she for damn sure ain't nobody's damn nurse. So, Chris then is reunited with her sister with the orange hair. I'm not going to even try to say this child name. I'm just going to call her orange hair. And I believe it was another sister whose face was blurred out. And then the one that we were initially introduced to on last week's episode. So she hugging everybody. Her stepfather is there and her biological father is there, who we have all learned through Chrisean's interviews that he was really abusive to her mother and to them when they were growing up. So while she's doing all of that, Blueface is looking for his phone. He's like, I gotta find my phone, babe. So she walking with him. He was like, she was like, so this what you gonna do? You gonna be on your phone all day? He was like, what? Like, I just found my phone. Like, huh? What you talking about? And I'm like, you doing all that crying about wanting to spend time with your family. Then when you around your family, you hug them and say hi. Then you running up in behind him. Like, girl, please get a life of your own. Get some self-esteem. Disassociate, disattach from him. Like, what is going on? Like, that would annoy the hell out of me if I was him. So we then see her drunk ass sister up here singing Rihanna. Yeah, just drink today. And I'm like, girl, you are not in an Irish pub. Calm your ass down. Your hair is loud enough. We don't need to hear your voice. She just trying to be seen, getting some camera time. She is drunk, honey. Zeus done liquored her up real quick. So then we go back to Blue and Chrisean, and Blue was like, why you not chopping it up with your family? They over there talking about some shit you can probably help them out with. You want to get that on camera. Why you not helping them get their business right? And once again, I agreed with Blue. Like, get away from me and go spend time with your family. Go help them out. That's the point of us being here. Like, what the hell? But at the same time, I'm knowing why he's telling her to do what he's telling her to do, because his mind is always about the bottom line, and that's the money. He gonna always make sure that she do what she needs to do to keep this cash flow coming in, because she's his cash cow at the end of the day. Like, that's all he's concerned about, is the bottom line. But she was like, you don't, can you go over there with me? You don't get it. So at this point, the mama comes over and gives Blue a hug. And he was like, oh, what's up? Look at you. Got on your little nursing uniform. He like, look at this crackhead. So they end up like gravitating over to where the rest of her family is. And the sister, and he extends his hand to the sister with the orange hair, and she was like, it took you forever. And he was like, took me forever what? And he was like, that's her, it was her, like, why I'm just not getting to meet y'all. So the lady with her face blurred out, who I assume is one of Chrisean's sister, was like, Chrisean is precious to us. She's a princess. That shit hit home and it hurt. And Blue was like, let me ask you a question. Is she doing better? And the sister was like, I don't know. Is she covering it up? We don't appreciate all this mistreatment. You had her in your fucking control. She loved you. She's supposed to be in your care. And I'm like, this whole conversation is just so warped. Because in his mind, he feel like, because she making a little money, she's gotten a little bit of notoriety, even though it's all for negativity and nothing positive, really, that he is helping her. And then the sister talking about she in your control and she in your care and you supposed to control her. And I'm like, he can't control somebody else's actions. Your sister has years of abuse that she has had to deal with no help, no therapy, no nothing. And she's just out here in the world with this effed up mentality that has been embedded in her. Like, so you can't say that he's supposed to control her. Like, huh? Like, oh God. So then in comes the daddy, Eugene, child. Chrisean is standing in behind Blueface, hugging him from behind, because she can't live a second without touching him, hugging on him, kissing on him. Child, he is her blankie. He is her comfort. Like, oh my goodness gracious, she cannot stand on her own. So the father walked up and was like, I'm the father. So Blue said, nice to meet you, father. Y'all, I don't know why that shit was so funny to me. That was such some hood nigga shit. Nice to meet you, father. He said, what's your name? That shit kind of low-key turned me on. That was some hood shit right there. So Chrisean then interjects, trying to get them to, simmer down and stuff, because she's scared something gonna pop off. And the daddy was like, stay in your place. You know how I get down. You know how I get down. And so then he looked back at Blue, and he and Blueface, he's like, don't touch my daughter like that ever again. And Blue was like, so you teach your daughter to put hands on men? And the daddy was like, no. So Blue was like, so who taught her? So the daddy was like, she did that herself. So Chrisean jumped in because things are getting a little bit heated, and the daddy is irked, and he was like, Chrisean, chill. You better stop playing with me. And I was like, okay, abuser, we get it. Okay, Ike, all right. Calm your ass down, oldie. So Mookie jumps in, was like, stop, you making it worse than what it is. He trying to get her to calm down because her acting hype and stuff is getting everybody else hype, and it's just starting to be nothing but chaos. The dad is even further in Blueface, and I was like, I know his breath smelled like malt liquor. Oh my God. So Chrisean is freaking out. And she like, chill out, bro. And the sister that was going off was like, we trying to help you out. So the sister pushes Chrisean out the way because she like, girl, move. So at this point, everybody's like moving around the building. It's getting chaotic. And Blue is like, this nigga is tripping. Like, he doing the most. But him and the father walk off separately. Because Blue like, shit, let's talk one-on-one. Like, what's good? And as Blue was talking to the dad, you know how you talk with your hands. And the tips of his fingertips was touching the father's chest. Now, he wasn't like pushing him or anything like that. He was just talking to him. And so the dad was like, don't touch me. And Blue was like, man, like, this dude tripping. So Blue was like, dude, I don't even know you. So the daddy was like, I'm telling you, don't touch me again. So Blue like, man, all right, whatever. You got it. So at this point, Chrisean is trying to get to Blue, her sisters, and Mookie is trying to pull her back because everything is just getting out of control. And her mom then jumps in, and her mom was like, Blue, you got a daughter. It ain't hit you yet. You ain't got there yet. And Blue was like, I would never teach my daughter when she hits somebody first. That's self-defense. And his words are correct. It is self-defense. You hit me, a person has the right to hit you back. But that does not mean, as a man, just because somebody hit you, that means you should hit them back. You need to have more self-control in yourself to say that, you know what, I'm going to walk away, de-escalate the situation, and leave. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean that just give you carte blanche right to just beat somebody down. Like, no. Like, that makes the whole situation not worse but for that person, but for you as well. Like, somebody could die, somebody could end up getting hurt, going to jail. Like, it's just not worth it. It's not worth it at all, period. It's just like somebody tell you to jump off the bridge. Are you gonna jump off the bridge because they did? Like, come on, grow up, sir, grow up. But once again, these are two broken people that have found each other and don't know nothing about healthy relationships, healthy love, or anything like that. It's just a mess. Chrisean then is standing in front of Blueface like she is top flight security. She is not gonna let nobody get to her man. Stand by your man. Like, she is literally on some Tammy Wynette time. So Blue is like, why you keep standing in front of me? He looking at her like, get the fuck away from me. Eddie back in his face, and he was like, I've been through that. I done been through that. I took it. I went to jail. I went to the hospital with a gun, a stab wound to me and all that. So Blue don't agree that you supposed to just take it and walk away. The sister going off again, about him hitting Chrisean and saying she's precious, she an angel, she a baby, this, that, and the third, and even when she wrong, she right. Now, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. just because she's a woman does not mean that gives her the right to be sitting up here acting crazy, stealing people cars, stealing people money, and hitting on them. Absolutely not. You can end up DEAD behind that. Like, everybody not gonna play with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is not okay, especially being that y'all came from a family where y'all saw abuse. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to continue to repeat that cycle. So I don't agree with that at all. Your sister needs help and he needs help at the same time. Like, your sister is not no angel. Absolutely not. So Mookie was like, so you basically saying she wrong every single time y'all get into it. She the one. And I understood where the brother was coming from, because leave it to Blueface, it was like it's her all the time. And I don't agree that it's her all the time. I do think that it's both of them. I think that she started, he started, or whatever. It's wrong either way it go, but I think that they be hitting on each other at the end of the day. So Blue was like, anytime somebody put their hands on me, I'm gonna react. That's all I can do. What you gonna do, man? What you gonna do? And so the brother shrugged his hand off of his shoulder. And Blueface was like, why you acting like that? He was like, oh, okay, all right, you just switched up. But to me, the brother didn't switch up, because he was still on that type of time with him when they were standing outside the bowling alley. He wasn't agreeing with what Blueface was saying. So he didn't switch up on him at that point. At that point, he hadn't switched up, but he will. So Blue at this point, like, oh, okay, I see what type of time you on. He thinking that the brother done switched up on him. So after that, the mama come back up saying, you came up because of her. You was down, Blue. And Blue was like, I don't argue with no females. And then the sister that was going off on him was like, then don't put your hands on one. And I was like, ooh, she got you there. She got you there. And I somewhat believed the mama when she was saying you was down bad when you got with Chrisean, because think about it. The little boy had a little one-hit wonder. It didn't even go that far to even call it a one-hit wonder. That boy didn't make no money like that off of that damn song. That's why he resorted to doing that whatever little reality show or whatever he did, and got these girls in the house pimping them out, including Chrisean. You know what I'm saying? Like, she has made him relevant. She really honestly have. It's literally like Stevie J and Jocelyn. She's the star. She's the star. And so Blue was like, one of y'all swing on me, it's going up. So the daddy was like, we already know the police coming, nigga. So we then see the brother pull the daddy off to the side and whisper in his ear, you swing on him and I'm following up. And I'm like, well, looky, here come Cookie. Oh, now you want to swing on somebody. If you really wanted to fight this man, you had ample space and opportunity when y'all was one-on-one at the bowling alley. Okay? When y'all was at the bowling alley, you wanted to sit up here and talk like you was Oprah Winfrey trying to have a whole sit-down interview. Now you want to hype your drunk old ass daddy up to swing on him, and then you follow up, you too pussy to do it on your own. And that's when I lost the respect for little Mookie, because nigga, what? You was all on this man dick at first. He gonna like my music. I know he is. He gonna fuck with me. And now you want to act like you so hard or whatever. Like, why you ain't square up with him one-on-one? You gonna have your daddy hit him? Like, first of all, you a better nigga than me, because anybody in my family would have never walked up and had a conversation with this man. It would have been on sight. As soon as I walked in that damn bowling alley, it would have been on sight. You want to hit and beat on my sister? It ain't no talking. So Mookie whack, he lame for that. Boo, tomato. So they walk back over there, and Mookie standing off to the side. The father walked back up in Blueface's face, and Mookie distracts Blue by like tapping him like he about to say something, and then that's when the daddy sneak him and punch him, and all hell breaks loose. Blue try to take the daddy head off. Chrisean jumping in the middle trying to stop them from fighting. She ended up getting knocked over on the ground. The brother tried to follow up with a two-piece, but he ended up getting yanked back real quick. It's just a melee. Chaos is ensued, and they're doing all of this in front of this beautiful ass hotel, and I'm like, the ghetto. Talking about the ghetto. Blueface trying to get his off, but security won't let him. Everybody's being pulled in every direction. The sisters are going crazy. Chrisean is freaking out and everything. Everybody's just all over the place. Security pulls Blueface off to the side. He like, I'm a Crip, Pyru, blood, whatever the hell he's saying. I'm a schoolyard Crip. I don't know what that means. Did you become a Crip on the playground? Please, somebody explain it to me. Did you get initiated during lunch period or during gym class? Please tell me what a schoolyard Crip is, Lord. So then at some point, when security has let him go, Blue spots the daddy off in the parking lot by himself with his back facing Blue. Blue then take off running, child. And he straight running like he a Crip. You know how gang members like arch they back when they walking like, what up, cuz? That's how he was running towards the daddy. He run on the daddy and Baker punched the daddy in his face. He hooked the shit out of the daddy from the back in the side of the daddy face. Daddy goes down like Frazier. Oh, Lord, smoking Joe. I'm like, Lord, he didn't hit the father. He didn't hit the father. And Chrisean is following him, is following Blue to make sure he's okay. She don't give a damn about her daddy sitting on that ground. As you can see in this photo, she walked right past the father, which I don't really blame her for because he ain't shit neither. And she went to go check on Blueface. Next thing we know, we see the father stand up. Daddy is discombobulated. He can barely walk in a straight line, as you can see also in this photo. He don't know if it's Monday or Sunday. He don't know if Joe Biden is the president or President Nixon is the president. Blue done gave this man a bloody nose, and the man's mouth was messed up. He was literally spitting out blood. Blue in the background telling some, he hit me first. He hit me first. Schoolyard Crip in here banged on that nigga cuz. Like, what is happening, Jesus? Sean's sisters are having a fit. He hit daddy. You don't hit daddy. You ain't gonna do nothing about this. The sister with the orange hair is pushing Chrisean. I was so shocked that Chrisean actually held some composure and did not fight her sisters back. Like, she did not hit them back. No matter how many times her sister with the orange hair was pushing her, she pushed her back a couple of times, but she would not hit that sister back. The sister had me cracking up when she was like, I will beat you and Blue up at the same time. And I was like, oh Lord. Oh Lord. So Chrisean is crying, is a wreck. She keep on threatening to fight, and it's just a mess. The sister with the orange hair then took her top down and put something in her red bra. Her dress comes up at one point. We see tattoos on her butt cheeks. It's just, I felt like I was at the welfare office on Page. If you live in St. Louis and you know what I'm talking about. I was like, what is happening? The police then arrive. Of course they did. Everybody gets to scaring away like roaches when the lights come on, child. Then the next thing I know, we see Mama walking away from the crime scene with a bottle of Ace of Spades. Where in the hell did she get this bottle of Ace of Spades? Where did it come from, Jesus? Who gave it to her? Did she steal it? What is happening? And then at the end of the episode, we see that Blueface tweeted, I'm her daddy now, child. I remember when that tweet came out. Baby, when I tell y'all I have watched this already 3 times because I was shooketh. This literally felt like I was watching an episode of Love After Lockup. Like, what in the world? Woo, Jesus. It's so much therapy and cleansing and church that needs to be on this show. Like, oh my God. If you want to know what love does not look like in any shape, way, or form, watch this show, because nothing about this has love in it. Not familial love, not relationship love, not self-love. Like, oh my goodness. But as far as entertainment wise, I give it an A. Let me know down below in the comment section, child, what y'all thought about tonight's episode. This show is bananas. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.